Hey, everybody. Welcome to tonight. I know a lot of you know me. My name's Leah Pearson, and I'm a senior Ruby ambassador with Plexus. And I'm just here to welcome you to our Plexus family. So some of you probably know my story already, but I started my Plexus journey. It was actually during the lockdown of 2020. So I'm just shy of about the 2-year mark. And when I started, I was very sick and essentially bedridden with fatigue. I had just had 3 kids in 3 years and a whole series of different surgeries that left me with several complications, and I was pretty much bedridden. A friend had reached out about these supplements, and honestly, I was already taking supplements. I have taken supplements for many years and firmly believe in the benefits of them. I grew up with a super healthy mom. So I honestly didn't think that this was going to be any different than what I was already doing. I was already taking a whole cupboard full of stuff. But at this point, doctors had pretty much written me off and told me there's no hope. You're going to struggle with a lot of these things for the rest of your life. And so I was desperate to give Plexus a try. And I saw a huge difference just within 2 weeks. I tell everybody Plexus got me out of bed in 2 weeks. And as much as I'd love to say that all of your health issues are going to just resolve in a 2-week period, or that you're going to lose all the weight you want to lose in 2 weeks, that's not usually the case, but I did see quite a bit of improvement in a few areas. So I want to help you tonight by helping you get the best results possible for you and for your body. And also I want to help set some realistic expectations for you. So let's talk about what you're going to notice first. Rhonda already mentioned this even before the call started. Some things that she was noticing already. And I'm like, yep, that's in my notes. So a lot of times you're going to experience a lot more energy. You won't have like that afternoon crash. Maybe your digestion starts regulating a little bit, better sleep at night. Those are a lot of first indicators that this is starting to balance your body. You also are going to notice that you're starting to lose inches. I highly recommend those first few weeks that you do not step on the scale, just set the scale aside. Just notice how your clothes are fitting better. Okay. Pounds are not an indicator of healing, and the weight is going to come off eventually if you have weight to lose. As your body balances, you're going to come into alignment with a healthy weight. So if you have weight to lose, that's going to happen. If you have weight to gain, like I've worked with some people that they're malnourished and they actually need to gain weight, that's going to happen too. And you're probably going to see some puffiness and inflammation go down, even just in your face, like when you look in the mirror. So your body is just balancing and healing. So those are a few of the initial things that you're going to notice. Now, remember how I was super sick and taking a whole pile of supplements and they weren't helping, right? That kind of sounds counterintuitive because these are supplements and I'm telling you, they're going to help you. Plexus products are a little bit different because they address root issues in your body. And a lot of supplements don't actually address those root issues, but they actually band-aid symptoms that you are experiencing. Did you know that even weight gain can just be a symptom that some things are off in your body? So when I was taking those other supplements, I felt like I was just playing whack-a-mole all the time. So I had this symptom that would pop up and then I would hit it with an essential oil, or I'd try this herb. And I felt like it was just this never ending process. Whereas Plexus was super effective for me very quickly because I got to the root issue. So I highly recommend from a health standpoint that you stay on a minimum of the Triplex system, which is the Slim, our pink drink, our BioCleanse, and our ProBio 5. Stay on those 3 things for a minimum of 6 months. Okay. 6 months. You need to commit to 6 months. While I saw some initial results and I got out of bed in 2 weeks, like I told you, I also saw some huge victories at the 6-month mark when I was able to eat foods that would have usually upset my stomach, or the 9-month mark when I had like this chronic debilitating pain from my surgery and like nerve pain shooting down my legs, and that was completely gone, or the 12-month mark where my cycles got better, or the 18-month mark where my adrenal fatigue was noticeably better. I literally just was able to start exercising again within the last like 3 or 4 months. And that is a dream come true. So hang in there. Root healing does take time, but I encourage you to stay consistent and commit to the process because it is 1000% worth it. I want to talk to you a little bit about dosages because this is a question I get asked a lot. There's dosages that are on the back of the bottle. Those are generic suggestions. The person who helped you get started, they're going to individualize the recommendations based on you and what you need. Okay, so do not necessarily follow the back of the bottle. I want you to listen to the friend that helped get you started. That's going to be a really, really key. So the other thing is, do not get super excited. And when your box comes, just open it up and start taking everything in the box because your body's going to be like, what in the world's going on? I always tell people it's like, that would be like going out and trying to run 10 miles and not having ran in a long time. You need to ease your body in. And so that's why it's so important to stay in contact with the person that helped get you started, because they have a schedule for you to follow. Consistency is going to be key, especially your first 90 days. And every person needs a different amount of products. Their products, you might be taking them at different times. Work with the person that helped get you started to find the best regimen, and then set alarms in your phone, set it out on your counter, get a pill case, whatever you need to help you remember. Consistency over time is super important. And then the other thing with dosages is they are going to change around the 1 month mark, give or take. So the friend who helped get you started is going to adjust your dosages after you've been doing this for a few weeks. This is just going to help balance your body a little bit quicker. So make sure that you are following their recommendations. Okay, they're going to ask you to up a couple of things, change a couple of things around, and then they'll put you back down on like a maintenance dosage, but you need to make sure that you're following those directions. The other thing is, you're going to hear us say this all the time, and you might get sick of it, especially if you're not a good water drinker, but you have to drink water. Water intake is huge. So you have to be drinking at least half of your body weight in ounces per day. You need to drink more than this if you work out in the elements, if you exercise, if you drink pop, any kind of coffee or energy drink, all of those things dehydrate you. So you need to up your fluid intake even more if you are partaking in any of those things. If you are struggling with sufficient water intake, I highly recommend that you get some of our other drinks. You can have up to 2 pink drinks per day. And if you have any blood sugar issues, hypoglycemia, weight loss goals, or digestive issues, I highly recommend getting on a second pink drink a day. You're going to see results faster that way. So you can have up to 2 pink drinks per day. You can have up to 2 actives per day. If you need 2 actives in a day for energy, then you're really struggling with fatigue, because that will like give you the energy. And don't drink those too late in the day, because it gives you like 6 hours of sustained energy, but they taste really good, and that counts towards your ounces too. And then you can have unlimited servings of our hydrate. I love our hydrate, and I should have grabbed my canister, but it's in like a little tub with a scoop, and it's an electrolyte drink that has some extra vitamins in it, has zinc in it. I keep it on hand all the time, because if anybody comes down with anything in our house, I will pump them with fluids with that. And so that's just a really good thing to have on hand because of the zinc and the vitamins in it. And you can have unlimited for that. That is safe for kids too. They can have 1 hydrate per day. So just FYI. But get some of our other drinks if you struggle. Oh, Linda's got it here. Awesome. Thank you, Linda. It comes in sticks too. So yeah, I keep some in my purse, but if you struggle with getting your ounces in per day, it's easier if you have something tasty that you're drinking on. So sipping on. So I highly recommend getting our other drinks as well. Okay. It's really important too, to be moving your body a little bit and just eat a generally healthy diet. You don't have to follow anything super strict or specific, but try to eat whole foods, and please try to get out and move your body a little bit, because in order for you, hey, welcome. In order for you to get toxins out of your system, that's one thing that Plexus helps you do, is to get toxins out. You need to be making sure that you are drinking enough water so you can flush that out, and also going to the bathroom enough, having bowel movements, but also just sweating a little bit is the third way that you get rid of toxins. And so even going for just a little brisk walk makes a really, really big difference. So move your body as well. Diet, exercise, and supplementation. Those are the 3, like we call it like a health triangle. So those are the 3 sides. And with all 3 of those sides, you're going to be very successful. Another thing I want to highlight to you is communication is very, very important. So make sure you are in close communication with the person who helped you enroll. I kind of already talked about that a little bit in regards to like the dosages and everything, but the person that helped get you started did not sign you up to just leave you hanging. We are here to help you. And every person is very, very different. Every body is different. So they want to walk closely with you, and they're going to be asking you some questions and popping in, especially those first couple weeks, to try to see where you're at, to see if there's anything that needs to be tweaked or changed in your regimen. They're asking questions not to bug you, just to uncover if there's anything that we need to adjust. So make sure that if you're noticing like any changes or anything, that you let them know too, so they can keep track of where you're at and help you with your progress. Please make sure too that you are accepting invitations. We've got a couple team pages that have all sorts of really good resources on there. So there's everything from just general health stuff to, if a question comes up down the road, the person that helped get you started can tag you on a post that is applicable. So please accept the invite there. Our main team page is titled Be Free, Be Empowered, Be You. And there is a guide section in there that if you haven't checked out yet, it is full of everything that you need to be successful on your health journey. And what I love about it is it's a checklist. So you can read a post or watch a video or whatever, and then there's a button where you can literally check it off. So like for me, I probably would forget which ones I actually read or not. You can literally work through it in order and check them off one by one, and it saves it so that you know where you left off. So please check out the guide section. If you don't know how to find that, ask the person that helped you get started, and they can help guide you to where that is at, and also just maybe tag you on a couple of things to help you get started. All right. Some of you might have your products already, and that's great. You can still do this. If you are waiting on your products, I want you to write down where you're at currently. One thing that I found is when pain and discomfort leave, you forget that it was there, right? So you need to write down where you're currently at right now. How are your energy levels? Do you have any pain in your body? Maybe take some measurements. Remember how I said you're going to lose inches? Probably take some measurements. If you're doing our skincare or our collagen, I highly recommend taking a before picture without makeup. Not that you have to show anybody else, just for you so that you can see it. I did not take a before picture, and I'm mad that I didn't. So I'm telling you to, okay? Write down how you sleep at night, maybe how often you have bowel movements. You should be having bowel movements 1 to 3 times a day. And if you're not, tell the person who helped you get started, and they can help adjust your products accordingly. Write all these things down so that you can track progress over the upcoming weeks. Because like I said, so often we forget, man, I had a headache at least once a week or a couple times a month, and now I don't have headaches anymore. It's not bugging you anymore, so you're going to forget about it. So track it, okay? The other thing that I want you to do is this. When this call is done, the best thing that you can do for yourself is to get some accountability partners. Before I was a stay-at-home mom, I worked at a gym. And at that gym, I would see these crazy people show up at 5 a.m. And I'm like, how are you getting yourself out of bed at 5 a.m. every day to come in? But almost all the time, they had somebody with them. They had that gym buddy. An accountability partner is proven to make you 80% more likely to be successful. And that's a really big deal. So think about, who is somebody that you love to do things with? Mom, sister, cousin, friend from work, whatever it is. Plexus knows that it is really important for you to have accountability partners. And so because of that, they have set up a referral program with some really huge incentives just for you to have some friends join. So this month, they have expanded that referral program. And if you have 3 friends join you before the end of the month, which is in a couple days here, but there's definitely still time, Plexus has a super generous referral bonus for you. Not only are your friends going to be able to get 20% off their welcome packs, which is an awesome deal. I have not seen 20% off packs since I've started, and it's been almost 2 years that I've been doing this. So they would get in on the sale, but you also would receive $355 cash for having 3 friends order with you. That's a really big deal. That can go towards your first 90 days of your triplex, you guys. Additionally, even if you've just decided to join Plexus for the health benefits, your account is ready and able to convert to being an ambassador, and there's like no upgrade fee for that. So you have everything that you need to start your own business. I started sharing Plexus before my products even arrived because we were in a financial position where we needed an extra stream of income. We were barely getting by. With Plexus, there is no cap on your potential earnings, and I've seen God bless our finances in a bigger way than I thought possible. We've been able to pay off debt, triple our income in a year and a half, and we just bought a tractor last month. Really exciting things like that. So I'm super, super thankful. If you love people, you have a desire to help others, and have a solid work ethic, I want to challenge you to think about what would your life look like if your bank account was full and your calendar was empty? How would you spend your days? I really struggled with answering that when someone first asked me that. But the potential with Plexus is huge. And honestly, since 2020, things have changed dramatically in our world, and they're probably not ever going to go back to where they were. E-commerce is not going anywhere at this point. It's actually growing exponentially. And I started my business during the lockdown, and our income has tripled in the last year and a half. This business can be a vehicle that brings your family financial freedom. And I would love to chat with you more about this if you want to hear more of my story, or if you have any questions about that. So I know I asked you, what would your days look like if your bank account was overflowing and your calendar was empty? And I asked that because Plexus provides financial freedom, but it also provides time freedom, which is a big deal. My husband worked for a family business for years, and he was putting in 80-hour work weeks. We had financial freedom, but I never saw him. It's very rare to have both. So last thing that I'm going to leave you guys with, do you remember how I said the inflammation in your body is going to go down when you start your products? Your face is not going to be as puffy. I want you to take a picture of yourself with your pink drink when you shake it up tomorrow morning. Okay. Not only is that going to be a really good indicator of that inflammation going down, like what I said, but I want you to post that too, to get that accountability partner. All I want you to do is shake it up, take a picture, post it with "here goes nothing," and tag the person that helped you get started. You don't have to say anything else, just tag that person. And this is going to pique the interest of some of your friends. And who knows, you might be able to bring some hope and health and happiness into someone's life again. And you also might be able to earn some cash to go towards your products and some referral bonuses. So that's all I have. Does anybody have any specific questions for me on like your regimen specifically? Otherwise, I probably will stop the recording and then we can ask questions. I appreciate you guys coming. I'm gonna